Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be showing you a team that Wooster used with Lenya to clear my defense, and to be completely transparent, he's done like 7 attacks on me with this team, and 2 of them he's beaten my defense, but the other 5 or so he's not managed to beat it. So overall Lenya is not like a super consistent option to beat meta defenses, but like he says here, in perfect conditions, Lenya can pop off and can do some amazing things, and it's just really fun to watch Lenya. But in terms of like a consistent team, not like as of right now, I don't think anyone's found a consistent like arena offense with Lenya. But I think probably the best idea would be Thorn Soul pacting the Lenya with a Damien there for the healing and sustain, because then she's kind of difficult to kill, and then having Scarlita there for more shielding. And then finally running like a Lily May as more damage just to weaken down the team so that Lenya can finish people off. I think that would probably be the optimal team with Lenya. Now the major issue with Lenya and how I feel like she gets countered when the enemy's major damage dealer is Lily May. Because Lily May is difficult to kill. So if Lenya enters her duel with the Lily May and doesn't manage to burst her right away, what happens is Lily May ends up going for Rainstorm Ballet, and then that causes Lenya to shift her focus of her attacks onto the next nearest enemy, and then basically she's not getting the value of the duel onto the Lily May, your hard-hitting damage dealer. So any hero that can become untargetable, it kind of counters Lenya's mechanics of locking onto that hero. Okay, let's take a look. And even if you watch my yesterday's video of us doing testing on All Great Gamers account with Lenya, we saw that if the enemy Lily May is in her Rainstorm Ballet at the moment Lenya casts her ultimate, Lenya will not even attempt to hit the Lily May. She'll go right to the next hardest hitting damage dealer, and that can end up really badly, because in a lot of teams that will be Thorn, and you don't really want her locked onto the Thorn. Okay, let's watch this replay, because he did beat me with this run. So both Lily Mays are going to interrupt the enemy Iron at the beginning of the fight, and then go into the Rainstorm Ballet just to try to weaken down the team a bit. So Lenya is up in the front. She's being protected by the Scarlita shields very effectively. She's still at 50% health, or just under 50% health now. Gonna go after my Lily May. My Lily May is unable to dodge that because Rainstorm Ballet is not off cooldown in time, and then she just gets the nuke with her critical hit. When Lenya lands her critical hits, she deals so much damage, and that is also the RNG element. But when she doesn't land her critical hits, her damage is like not as great. Like it isn't exceptional basically. And then from this point on is basically cleanup duty for the Scarlita, because already my Lily May was down, then Iron was quickly killed after that by his Lily May, and that is how it ended up getting the win. Okay, looking at the second team, let's take a look and see if any things were different in his victory here. Lily May interruptions both go off. Okay, and look at that. Lenya I almost killed the Lenya before she was even able to do anything, and that is what I talked about in like our theory crafting of Lenya, which is what I think her biggest weakness is. And even right there, in the duel, my Lily May managed to kill the Lenya 1v1. And now he does manage to clean me up, because all of my heroes are basically at no health left, so Scarlita descends and just knocks everyone off the battlefield. Even here I had a chance of coming back. It is a 1v1, but it just didn't go in my favor. So that is basically the thing about Lenya. It's pretty much summed up in Wooster's statement here. She pops off in perfect conditions, but I couldn't find something consistent yet. I think what Wooster should try, and maybe other people should try, is, for me, I feel like because Lenya, you need to keep her alive, you need to have like 3 dedicated allies to protecting her. I think Thorn Soul pacting her, Damien for the continuous healing, and Haste Buff to improve her damage, and then also Scarlita for the shielding at the beginning of the fight. Then I think she is basically unkillable. And then for the final hero option, I think Lily May is the best one. She contributes some more damage to allow Lenya to finish off enemies, and also just Lily May interrupts people. She is just overall one of the best utility heroes in the game right now for PvP. But Iron could even be a final option. Okay, let's take a look at now some of the replays where Lenya didn't do as well, because he attacked me many times. Okay, so here he was using the same team with Iron, Haywin, and Lenya. And let's take a look at it. So In this case, I think he might have changed up the position. Lenya runs right up to the beginning, to the front of the fight. But she's not actually going down. She's perfectly sustained or protected by the Scarlita shielding. She's going to knock back my Lily May and probably going to kill my Lily May here, right? Like, all it takes is a nice flying kick crit. No, but my Scarlita shields are going to protect my Lily May. She goes into rainstorm ballet, and now look at this. Lenya has to switch her focus. She can't keep attacking the Lily May because she's in the rainstorm ballet. And then Lenya becomes less effective. She's locked onto my Iron, and she's not able to burst him through or deal enough damage. And she goes back after the Lily May now because the Lily May returns to the original position, but then I think my Scarlita just finishes off enough of the enemies for either me to win or just to stall out Wooster's team. So yeah, and that was the issue. But what I've seen so far is actually Lenya doesn't usually get interrupted, or Ultimate usually doesn't get interrupted by the enemy Lily May. It might have something to do with the fact that he keeps running Iron on the team, and Iron will absorb that first interruption from Lily May. But even when that isn't the case, what I've noticed is that other heroes gain energy faster than Lenya does. I think it's to do with her Supreme Plus ability. So, because her Supreme Plus ability causes her to take reduced damage from enemies other than her target. And your energy gain in a fight is largely also related or linked to how much HP you're losing. The percentage of your HP lost is how quickly you fill up your energy meter. But here, for example, she is going to fill up her energy meter first, so she would have been interrupted by the enemy Lily May if he didn't have the Iron. So she's going to get the kick off onto my Lily May, and consistently that is happening, but I think the Scarlita shielding, for me, is what keeps the Lily May alive. But just barely. Like, all it would take is one more crit from the Lenya. Probably would have killed my Lily May here, but it just didn't come through. So that is kind of the RNG element of Lenya. So when my Lily May lands back onto the position, she gets then ultimated and focused by the Lenya, and my Lily May went down here, but it's fine for me because my Scarlita can clean it up from this point. Basically, yeah, Lily May survived for long enough. Here, I think it actually becomes a stall out because I don't think, or actually maybe my Iron kills a Lily May because they don't have sustain on the team. I think if he were running Damien instead of Haywin, he would be able to get a lot more wins with this team. I understand the Haywin idea. It gives more damage reduction once she casts her ultimate onto Lenya, but the sustain healing from Damien is also really powerful right from the beginning of the match. Okay, I want to watch one final replay where he played Thorin instead of Iron, and I thought this would be good, but he went for Thorin soul pacting the Haywin when I thought maybe it would be better to soul pack the Lenya to protect her more. But either way, Lenya is right at the back of the fight, so she is not really being focused at all by my Lily May. And here the Thorin gets interrupted. This is what I'm saying, that the Thorin usually casts the ultimate before the Lenya, so if you're even not running Iron, the Thorin can tank the interruption of the Lily May. But now look at this, the rainstorm ballet of my Lily May causes Lenya to switch focus. She has to target someone else, and also the damage from my Lily May just burst through everything. It killed the Lenya before she even exited from the rainstorm ballet. So that is the thing. Lenya just doesn't, even with her Supreme Plus to have reduced damage taken from enemies other than her target, it just is not enough. And also the fact that she's targeting the Lily May means she's not getting any damage reduction from her Supreme Plus against the Lily May. But once the Lily May becomes her target, and that is what will happen after she casts her ultimate. And then the Rainstorm Ballet is just going to shred through the Lenya if a lot of attacks are focused onto her, because she's not getting any of that damage reduction from her Supreme Plus. So that is a major issue. So overall, the thing is, Lenya for PvP, and this is what I was anticipating, is definitely nowhere near the tier of Lily May. Lily May is a top tier PvP hero out of the three which have just come out, Lily May, Mikola, and Lenya for the Asia release. Definitely Lily May is top tier of PvP. 1 or 2 tiers above the other heroes. But as a bruiser type option, Lenya is somewhat viable in PvP, but not really going to be one of the greatest options. I could see her being used in Supreme Arena where you need to run 3 teams, but in regular arena, she just won't be the best, just kind of like Mikola. Mikola can kind of work in some PvP teams, but overall, she is not going to be the best option to run in your regular arena. In Supreme Arena, definitely, because you have 3 teams, you can run them, and even run them on defense, and they can do pretty well. But for regular arena, it just is not, they're better options to be picking in only a 5-member team. So that is the thing. But that being said, she is still viable in Ravage Realm, and she will contribute to a bit of a higher score in the Sylvan squad of Ravage Realm, which is valuable. And honestly, I think when people optimize the charms on her, her damage comes really close to the damage output of like a Merrily, Corrin, and maybe even potentially Odie and some bosses. So maybe when the new season begins and true damage will not be king, because true damage becomes like the dominant force for maximizing your score in endless boss modes. But in early game, when you're not at the endless boss mode, then that is when the non-true damage dealers shine. And at that point, I could definitely see Lenya being a part of some of the top performing Dream Realm teams, or a good option. So that is where I think she has the biggest place. And also the thing about Lenya is, if you're just going to try to use her for Dream Realm, then you can not get her to Supreme Plus, because that Supreme Plus effect is only for reducing damage taken by enemies other than your target. But in Dream Realm, you're going to be targeting the boss, and so you're not going to get any of that damage reduction effect. So you could just get the 44 copies of her needed in order to get her to Mythic Plus, and give Acorns to her to get it to Supreme. And she would have basically a lot of the stat upgrades and all of her important skills. But yeah, for PvP, it doesn't look like Lenya is going to be the top tier, or one of the greatest options for Arena. But that is usually the case with A-level heroes. Almas was kind of an exception, because he played to Iron's strengths so well. Like, he basically further increased the lockdown of Iron. And even now, Lily May has kind of countered the Almas teams, because Almas needs that immobilization or lockdown from the beginning of the match, and Lily May is going to prevent that by interrupting the Iron at the beginning. So Lily May has really just been the star of this new Asia release, all the heroes which have come out, and hopefully you guys did recruit to get her to Mythic Plus. And even if you didn't, don't worry about it. You can now put her on your wish list. Just make sure she is on both your Wilders and your Epic recruitment wish list, and who knows, maybe in the next season, some of these heroes will be purchasable from the Arena Store. It would be amazing if they made Lily May purchasable from Arena Store, but for some reason I kind of am doubting it, because I think that would be too great and too good to be true. But I hope it is the case. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That is gonna be it for this one. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And if you want to join my AFK Journey Discord, where we just share information about Arena, Honor Duel, Arcane Labyrinth, you can join it. The link to the Discord server is in the description of this video and all of the videos I upload. But thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.